Ave Coders. Today I'm gonna show you how to write a nice little blog post in English using GPT-2. Of course, everyone is excited about the GPT-3 model, all that crazy stuff it is capable of doing, but GPT-2 itself is a large model with a 1.5 billion parameters. So today we're gonna exploit it. First of all, we're gonna import the brilliant library called the Transformers from Hugging Face. And I want to warn you that this is not an explanatory video where I'll go into all the details. This is simply a demo of what it can do, but please let me know in the descriptions if this is something you're gonna be interested in seeing on this channel, because this is a part of what I'm interested in doing as well. All right, so the next step is to import the PyTorch. We put import torch, and then from Transformers library we import the GPT-2 Tokenizer and the model. Now you can do that with a TensorFlow, it's no problem, you just need to import a different head model. We're going to be using the pre-trained GPT-2 model, which was trained on 40 gigabytes of data if I remember correctly, and we need Tokenizer basically to prepare the inputs to this model. So in here I declare Tokenizer and I'm using from pre-trained, and in the brackets I put GPT-2. Of course there are tons of parameters to optimize, but this is out of scope here. And of course we can fine-tune and optimize the model as well, but here we're going to use the pre-trained option. And again I'm going to use GPT-2 model from pre-trained, and in the brackets I put GPT-2. So this library, Transformers, is very powerful. It has got tons of models there for various purposes. Paraphrasing, summarizing, sentiment analysis, you name it. So I could do the whole playlist just for this library. Next we're going to specify our input sentence. So this is something we're going to pass to the model and let it deal with it. So I want it to write a short post about AI that will outperform humans in the nearest future. It's always interesting to see what the AI thinks about the AI's future. Next are the token IDs. These are the token indices, numerical representations of tokens building the sequences that will be used as input by the model. So we need to make sure that it will return tensors instead of a list of Python integers. Therefore, I'm setting the return tensors equals to PT for PyTorch. We also need to specify the pad token ID so that it will be able to find the last token that is not a padding token in each row. And we use the EOS token, which is a special token that is representing the end of a sentence. All right, let me rerun all that to make sure we are in sync with all these updates. And let's display the input IDs. So this is going to be a tensor full of some tokens that we're going to use as input to our model. So here I'm going to put output and model dot generate. So let's actually generate something. So as the first argument I'll pass input IDs and then several parameters, min length, max length. Now I believe I'm using the GPT medium, so the max length of the sentence is 1024 anyway. So in the current configuration, these parameters are redundant, but I just wanted to show you that you can actually control the minimum and maximum length of your output. Now here I'm specifying the number of beams, so we're not using the greedy search, but beam search, but this is another topic. The next parameter makes sure that no n-gram, aka word sequences of n words, appear twice. The next two parameters are in charge of sampling, which means randomly picking the next word, but we're not going to get into that here really. But as I said, there are many parameters we can tweak. And early stopping set to true makes sure that the generation is finished when all beam hypothesis reached the EOS token. The execution of that cell may take some time, so meanwhile I'm gonna put some output on the next line, and I'm gonna prepare another cell where we will decode the output. Because as you might guess, it will produce a list of token IDs, so we need to convert this list of token IDs into a list of strings, and we'll call the decode method for that. So I'm going to print Tokenizer decode, then I'm going to pass output, and we also want to skip any special tokens that might be in there, so I'm going to put skip special tokens to true. And while it's still running, I'm going to cut off here and I'm going to meet you on the other side. Alright, so now the model has finished the generation process and I can launch the decoding. Oops, I've got a little typo here. Output, we'll try again. And decoding shouldn't take long, and here is the result. So let's see, AI will outperform humans in the nearest future, shows the next study. And that is pretty solid text. It of course dives into some other details about some problems with mental state, but GPT-2 was trained on many topics from various fields of human knowledge, and as I've said, we can actually fine-tune it so it will be to the point. But the point here is that it has managed to produce a solid text and it actually makes sense. So try it yourself. That was V, thank you, and give this video Emperor's thumbs up, toll the bell, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Stay tuned.